The cafeteria aboard the Meridian stretched across 3 levels, its transparent aluminum walls offering a panoramic view of the Kepler 442 system. Despite housing over 2,000 crew members from 17 different species, the vast space felt eerily quiet around Commander Kexthera. The Zephyrian sat alone at her usual table, her 4 arms methodically consuming the protein synthesis that passed for food aboard the deep space research vessel. The empty chairs surrounding her weren't coincidental. For the past 8 months, since the incident at Proxima Station, no one had willingly shared her space. The other species aboard the ship, humans, Altarians, vegan delegates, maintained their polite distance. They nodded respectfully when duty demanded interaction, but they never lingered. Never sat. Never shared the comfortable silence that once existed between colleagues exploring the outer rim together. Kexthera understood their hesitation. Her species had a reputation for emotional volatility, and what happened at Proxima had only reinforced the stereotype. The reviewing board had cleared her of wrongdoing, her actions had saved the station from core breach, but the cost had been 47 lives. 47 beings who might have survived if she'd chosen differently, calculated more carefully, trusted her human colleagues' alternative solution. The guilt manifested in her chromatophores, the color-changing cells beneath her translucent skin flickering between deep purple and silver, a Zephyrian tell that broadcasted her emotional state to anyone who cared to look. Most averted their eyes. She was halfway through her meal when the chair across from her shifted. Marcus Rivera, the ship's chief engineering officer, set down his tray without ceremony and began eating. He didn't ask permission, didn't offer explanation, didn't even acknowledge her presence beyond a brief nod. His dark eyes remained focused on his tablet as he scrolled through what appeared to be propulsion diagnostics. Kexthera's chromatophores flashed surprise, bright yellow streaks across her forearms, before settling into their neutral gray-green. Rivera had been at Proxima Station. He'd been part of the team whose plan she'd overridden in those critical 17 seconds when the antimatter containment began cascading toward failure. His younger brother had been among the casualties. For 10 minutes, they ate in silence. Rivera occasionally made notes on his tablet, pausing to consider some complex calculation. Kexthera found herself studying his methodology, noting the elegant efficiency of his engineering protocols. He was solving the same heat dissipation problem that had been plaguing the Meridian's quantum drives, a problem her own team had been wrestling with for weeks. "Your thermal coefficients are off," she said finally, her voice barely above a whisper. Rivera looked up, meeting her compound eyes directly. "Show me." She gestured toward his tablet with one of her upper arms. He slid it across the table without hesitation. Her 4 limbs moved in practiced coordination, 2 manipulating the display while the others calculated on her personal device. The mathematics flowed between them, corrections, refinements, sudden insights that only came from combining Zephyrian parallel processing with human intuitive leaps. "Here," Kexthera said, highlighting a series of equations. "If you route the excess heat through the secondary manifolds and phase shift the particle stream by 0.3 degrees, the efficiency increases by 12%. Rivera studied her work, his expression thoughtful. "That's brilliant. But the plasma conduits can't handle that level of phase variance. They can if you reinforce them with trilithium mesh." She pulled up the ship's technical specifications, 4 arms dancing across multiple interfaces simultaneously. The stress distribution becomes manageable. They worked for another hour, their conversation flowing from technical specifics to theoretical applications. Other crew members passed their table, and Kexthera noticed the subtle double takes, the whispered conversations. Rivera seemed oblivious to the attention, entirely absorbed in their collaborative problem-solving. As the evening shift began and the cafeteria emptied, Rivera finally gathered his things. He stood, pausing only to meet her gaze once more. "Same time tomorrow?" he asked. Kexthera's chromatophores rippled with something she hadn't felt in months, hope, warm and golden beneath her skin. "Same time tomorrow," she confirmed. He left without another word, but something fundamental had shifted. For the first time since Proxima Station, Commander Kexthera wasn't alone in her competence, her guilt, or her determination to keep moving forward through the vast darkness between stars.